Only
Welcome
been
back.
14 years.
It's
Woo!
hey, it's been 2 weeks since you looked at me, and we're back with another tier list. This time, it's Galar and the DLC and Legends of Arceus Pokemon.
It's just all of Gen
Gen
8.
9. Oh, 8?
Yeah, I think it's 8, right? Because Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, the fourth one,
Sinnoh,
Sinnoh,
Unova,
Unova, Kalos,
Kalos,
Alola.
Alola. Yeah, this is 8. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we're 8.
Okay, so first off, we have Galarian Meowth. How do we feel about him?
I mean, he's alright.
But
B.
B,
Yeah.
I this is kind of weird, but I kind of have a problem with the fact that
My Little Pony.
what's the word? Just they've well, actually no, that wasn't the case with Paldea. Fuck, I keep saying it wrong. Paldea. We didn't have a Meowth, a Paldean Meowth, but I don't know where I was going with. Anyway, bisexual Ponyta. S tier.
Sure. Although I will say, I do like them mostly because just Fire Horse is more ponies. But they look alright.
Okay.
So I'll say S tier, sure.
What about Rapidash?
Sure.
Okay. Galarian Farfetch'd.
Farfetch finally gets some love. It's almost a little too late, but I like it. A tier.
A tier. Okay.
Weezing S tier.
Yeah, hell yeah, Mr. Top Hat himself. Galarian Mr. Mime.
D tier.
Oh, do you not like the Mr. Mime?
It's such a lazy redesign of Mr. Mime.
I guess. Also, is it supposed to... I wait. Okay. So, Mr. Mime is supposed to be a mime. What is Galarian Mime supposed to be then?
He's, I don't know, but tap dancer maybe? I'm not entirely.
Maybe. Galarian Corsola, which is supposed to be dead Corsal and Coral, which is really fucked up.
It's a really neat concept. It's really sad. I would say S tier.
Hell yeah. Galarian Zigzagoon, that's the word.
S tier. Funky bitch.
S tier funky bitch, hell yeah.
Same thing with Linen.
Hell yeah. Okay, I forget this fucker's name.
Darumaka and Darmanitan. It's a neat redesign. It's not.
It's also just kind of weird, so...
B.
B tier for both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I almost called him Regigigas for some reason.
So this is my thing with this one is why is it not a Ghost Rock type?
Doesn't it become Ghost Rock when it evolves?
It becomes Ghost Ground.
Are you fucking kidding? That's what it was before.
We do not have a Ghost Rock type yet.
I want to put
it like fucking Corsola should have been Ghost Rock as well because with that one, I guess they still live in the world. Like when the corals turn that way, it just becomes a like it becomes its like rock skeleton.
I kind of want to put him in D.
Alright.
Because like regular Yamask is interesting in the fact that he's like holding a funeral mask or something, but like this is just Yamask holding a piece of rubble.
Okay.
Okay. Then Galarian Sundisk. Sunfisk. I don't really.
It's a bear trap. B for bear trap.
B for bear trap. Okay. First on the list is Grookey. How do we feel about our favorite monkey?
I think Grookey is an A tier design.
Hell yeah. How do we feel about...
Wacky is like a C.
Have you ever noticed that, like, with the starters, like with the original, like, starters, like the first couple of generations of starters, like the middle evolution felt like kind of right, but now the middle
I mean,
evolution.
there's some exceptions, like Ivysaur's probably um Wartortle, like for instance, Wartortle
Mm-hmm.
or Charmeleon's the wrong, but generally they kind of al- although I will say like Bayleaf and McGeeson, that's
Uh,
less on
uh, sorry, you okay?
improving. What?
You were cutting out really bad on that talk about middle
Can you hear me?
evolutions. Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, I was gonna say Bayleaf is probably really good as well. It looks very. I think it's just because they did less with McGee. I should have
Mm-hmm.
to make it stand out a little bit more. Um, Croconaw is kind of weird. Quilava is kind of interesting. It's got two places of fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of the Grovyle is pretty good. A lot typically works well, except for like Quilladin. Uh,
Damn. Okay, so what do we think about Thwacky?
I said C tier.
Oh, right. Okay, I did put him there for a reason. Okay. Rillaboom.
Your
S for
husband,
sexy. I'm.
sure.
Well, I mean, yeah. I personally, I do like Rillaboom was my favorite, like, starter, like, final evolution. Uh, Now I'm thinking back to the time where, like, somebody, like, leaked, like, some total, like, totally real, like, final evolutions for, like, the for the Alola Pokemon, and it was like for Poplio, it was the scariest fucking looking clown.
Oh yeah, it
Do
was
you
terrible.
remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. Score Bunny.
Overhyped as shit. I want to. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You were saying overhyped as shit.
I
Were
said
you
B tier.
B tier? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Uh,
Do I
but
need
you're
to reconnect and disconnect and reconnect?
try disconnecting and reconnecting really fast.
Alright.
Alright, we will keep this going in just a second.
Alright.
Hello, can you hear me?
Shit, I'm live streaming.
Oh shit.
Uh, off camera. Okay.
Alright, can you hear me?
Yes. I don't
Okay.
know this thing's name.
Hang on, I'll look it up. Okay. His name is Raboot.
Rabbit in February. C tier.
And then what the sorry, Cinderace.
To me, it's gonna sound weird. It's too human. Down to the fact it's wearing pants.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, is Lucario weird then because it wears pants as well, technically?
Yeah, but like Lucario is like this vague like aura mastery concept, and then Cinderace is just football player.
Uh, uh, I
At
don't
least
really.
like with Rillaboom, yeah, he's very humanoid, but like his hair is leaves. That's kind of neat. Scorbunny's pants aren't fire.
Yeah. You're like, yeah. Let's put him in D.
Oh, if you want to, sure.
Where did
Sobble,
you?
I'll just say C tier.
I I don't want to put it in C tier
No,
because I
not
feel like
Sobble.
C. Oh yeah, I know.
I
Oh,
was saying Scorbunny for C tier.
oh yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about Score Bunny as well. I don't want to necessarily put Score Bunny in C tier because Raboot is already there, and as you said, Cinderace is just a guy.
I mean, Raboot. So, it's gonna sound weird. Rabbit looks like they're the protagonist of an anime where all of the characters are like, it's sort of like Zootopia. If that makes any sense? Where it's like anthropomorphic animals.
like a
That's what
furry
Rabbit looks like.
like a furry version of Naruto. I'm thinking.
Maybe more. He seems like more depressed. I don't know. Sobble. In my opinion, Sobble was S tier. He was my favorite of this gen starters, but then he just became my least favorite when I saw his evolutions.
Yeah, I don't. How do you go from like the concept of a sad gecko? No, chameleon. Sorry. To next we have Drizzle.
So he's like a B tier for me.
Okay,
Little emo.
and then Inteleon.
This is a D tier for me.
That's fair. Like I, it it's so weird, you know. Like
So here's what I would have done. Granted, I'm
uh
not the Pokemon company. But if your goal is to go with pop culture as a basis for your starters,
mhm
and they fucking nailed it with Rillaboom. Like, yeah, but excluding the middle stage being kind of weird. Gorilla who plays the drums.
mhm
Good. Let's go with that. Let's go with your traditional band. So
mhm
what's usually part of your traditional band if you're not doing like, horns or stuff, even though you could do those. A guitar would be something interesting you could do. You could do a
mhm.
singer. You could do like a keyboard type deal. Um, Make them, if you're gonna have one that already plays the drums, have them all play instruments.
Well, okay, so I can kind of. I'm kind of on the opposite end. I understand the pop culture references of Cinderace and Inteleon better than Rillaboom. Galar is supposed to be based off of England. I understand Inteleon's design because it's supposed to be a riff off of like James Bond 007. And football is super popular in England, right?
I'm guessing. So British rock is a big thing. I'm guessing that's what Rillaboom's thing is.
Probably. Hey, what was sorry, completely off topic question. What was the grass starter for Alola?
Relic.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The were they were all kind of performers in a way. Decidueye being an archer, Incineroar being a wrestling heel, and Primavera being
An opera
uh,
singer.
an opera singer. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I like noticing things. That's fucking weird to say. Okay. Next is. Okay, well, it's already out of order. Hang on, I gotta find it. Next is Squalvet.
So these are just squirrels.
Very good, Chris. I'm
C
kidding.
tier. Well, they're normal type squirrels. There's like nothing really neat about them.
But you hang on, but you like Bidoof?
Eh,
I'm kidding. I'm being a dick. Rookity.
bird.
Oh right, it is a bird. Okay, so Rookity, Corvisquire, Corviknight,
Bird.
all birds. Okay. Next is Blipbug.
See, this is when I started being like, this doesn't really look like a Pokemon. If that makes any sense.
It looks like a Digimon.
Sure. D for Digimon.
Well, okay. What do you think it looks like? Like you say, it doesn't look like a Pokemon, but
Okay, this may just be that maybe they changed artists. Well, you can't even say this is like the first generation they did 3D because you're two generations into 3D at this point.
well,
Um,
I'm
but
okay.
it's kind of missing. It's kind of missing. I don't know how to put it, but it's
It's
like when
just
someone does something in a design that doesn't match the rest of the designs in the set.
Is it? How do I put this? Is it? It kind of feels like it's like it's pretending to be a bug. You know what I mean?
Here's something. Okay, so imagine like you have a set of I don't know how to say this. So this is what it feels like. Say you have a set of silverware,
Uh huh.
and they're all. Let's go with knives, and they all have like wooden handles.
Mhm.
And then you pick up, and the rest, many of them have had like actual wood handles. Granted, they've been like different kinds of wood, but they've all been wooden handled knives, and
Uh
they're
huh.
all the knife blades look and work pretty well. Then you pick this one up, and you notice that it's fake wood. That's what this feels like to me.
The problem is that I think I understand it now. You kind of you have like these uncanny valley kind of vibes towards it.
Yeah, or it's not. To me, it doesn't feel like a Pokemon, despite being a Pokemon.
So D for damn, it's
Like, I
D.
don't hate it, but like, maybe C tier.
C tier's fine.
Maybe we should. Here's an idea: put a new thing in there. Well, no, because if we did, we would put a bunch of ones into it. Well, it's our tier list. Do we want to do it, or we do a tier that's like doesn't feel like a Pokemon?
uh, nah, because like what's the word? Like as you said, it would just be a bunch of Pokemon, and at the end of the day, it's still technically a Pokemon, even if it doesn't feel like a Pokemon.
And like, it also doesn't hit me with every one because not necessarily just straight lines. Like, so I'm gonna fast forward straight to like the Cudel and the Dreadnought one, like the turtles.
Really?
Cudel doesn't feel like a Pokemon to me. Dreadnought feels like a Pokemon to me.
Hmm.
So it's not even like a specific line. I don't know.
Hmm. Let's just keep going for right now.
All right.
Okay. How do you feel about Dottler?
Uh, I like Dottler a little bit more than the other bugs. Let's go B tier.
Okay. Now, finally, okay. So Orb Beetle is my favorite. Like, so say what you will about uh, Blip Bug and Dottler. Orb Beetle is my favorite
Just
in
had
this
a
line.
real fucking stupid idea for a video.
What?
We rank every bug in Animal Crossing.
Jesus. I mean,
Anyway, put it where you want.
I'll put it in A tier for right now because I like the I how do I put it? I like its a Gigantamax form. I mean its Dynamax form more because it's a giant. What's
What?
the word?
Bear,
What?
what? You need your claws trimmed, man.
It turns into a giant UFO, and I think that's cool. Anyway, moving on. How do we feel about Nickit?
That is not what I thought you said for a second.
I don't want to know what you thought I said.
I thought you said dicklet. That's how it sounded on the microphone.
Nope.
I thought you were like dicklet. I'm like, what?
Nope, nope. We have Nickit, which is a thieving fox Pokemon.
Let's go. I like it more than I like its evolutions. Let's go with A tier.
A tier, okay.
And then
Then
that one's B tier.
this one's V tier. It feels very reminiscent of
Stop
Poochyena and
licking the
my.
fucking couch. Sorry, continue. That was
Uh,
not a signal for you to come up here. Sit down, Nova. Nova, sit. 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 Okay, go on.
hey, okay, I gotta find these next two Pokemon because even though I looked up the Galar Pokedex, it's all out of order
Your
apparently.
breath smells horrible.
Because what's the word? Okay, give me a second to find these bitches. Okay. We have Gossifer next.
So does it have two forms, or is that its evolution?
No. That's its evolution.
Okay, it looked like they're two forms of the same Pokemon.
No, this one that I'm holding right now is Gossifleur, and then its evolution is Eldegoss.
So this is gonna be. I guess I'll save it for Eldegoss. So put Goss for where you think. No, dude, stop drinking my fucking drink. Sorry, the dogs I'm babysitting are being weird.
That's okay. I want to put it in D. I don't particularly like it.
Okay.
Okay, how do we feel about Eldegoss?
So this is gonna be a real fucking stupid hot take.
Uh-huh.
This Pokemon feels to me like they took the final. I think it's Jumpluff's the name.
Yeah.
It's like they took Jumpluff and they married it to a Blossom. That's what this looks like to me.
And now, do you mean that in a good way?
I mean, it's decent enough. I want to say B tier.
Okay.
But it really looks like they just took Jumpluff's Pluff and Blossom, and they're just like, and now you have a hat.
Now you surf cunt. Okay. Now, oh shoot! Sorry, my phone fell on the keyboard because I was getting bit and dropped my key. Stop! Why do you keep biting me?
Hi, Smokey.
Okay. Now it's to our favorite one, Wooloo.
S tier.
S tier, yeah. Fun fact: do you know that Wooloo? Stop. Sorry, we're having pet problems right now.
Yeah.
Fun fact: do you know that Wooloo and its evolution, Dubwool, have their secret fucking ability is bulletproof?
I mean, I think it might be a reference to Shrek the Sheep, which was a sheep that got so fat and like overgrown with like wool that like it wandered the hills for like years as a feral sheep. And it got to the point that like wolves and I think like lynxes tried to kill it. They couldn't kill it because it was too like soft and fluffy and too thick. But its wool was also so thick that multiple hunters, granted they were using like small size caliber, tried to like take him out and they failed. Stop it. And so they failed, and so it ended up. Shrek the Sheep story ends with a farmer ended up like hunting it down and then throwing a lasso over its neck and then brought it home and sheared it.
Love that. Love a happy ending.
But they called him Shrek because his wool was overgrown and green with like algae.
How do we feel about Dubwool?
It's worse than Wooloo, but it's still a solid design. I would say A tier.
Okay.
I like how it's sort of based off like a Jacob sheep or a Navajo churro, maybe. Well, it looks more like a Jacob sheep. Another fun fact: it's taken me to like 102 videos in Weekly Wildlife before I covered a sheep.
Jesus Christ!
Right here, it also took me that long before I covered a lion too.
Okay, so you were talking about how Chewtle doesn't feel like a Pokemon.
Yes. This feels like a Fisher-Price toy. D tier.
Damn. Okay, then.
So this is my thought. Dreadnought didn't need a pre-evolution. It should have just been a single stage.
That makes sense.
Like, granted, I'm probably just blanking on it, but like, and I do see a couple other like single stage Pokemon in this gen, but like, I think every generation needs like a powerful single stage Pokemon. In Generation 1, you had several, but then they added a bunch of pre-evolutions. You had like Snorlax, you had Tauros, you had Chansey, you had Scyther, Electabuzz, Magmar. Then they added pre-evolutions to them. But like Tauros still is single stage, Lapras is still single stage. I'm trying to think of a couple Gen 2 ones were single stage, like Skarmory.
Yeah.
And that seems to be a thing of like, they seem to just not be doing a lot of single stage Pokemon that are kind of like, it's gonna sound rude, good. If that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
like personal opinion, I feel like Sinistea could have just been a single evolution.
Yeah, because like, I guess Phalanx is all right, but like the Pikachu clone, it's not good. It's not really a good Pokemon.
Wait, what's the Pikachu clone for this era? I
The
forgot.
angry hamster. Anyway, S
Oh
tier
yeah.
for the Dreadnought.
Okay, S tier for Dreadnought. Okay, now it's time for uh Yamper. So obviously this is supposed to be based off of Queen Elizabeth's fucking corgis, I
Yep,
think. But it doesn't look like a corgi.
this is a dog.
It looks like a
D for dog.
D for dog. It looks like a facsimile of a fucking dog. And then we have Bolton.
This is another one. These don't feel like Pokemon to me.
This feels like a Palmon before Pal World came out.
Yeah.
C tier because I think it looks a little better than Yamper.
I think it's the reverse. I think like Yamper looks a little better than Bolton.
Okay, do you want to put
I say both in
Bolton
D tier.
both in D tier? Okay. Let me find. Okay, I believe this one's called Roly Coly, but I gotta. What the
So
fuck?
here's my thing with this line.
Uh huh.
So you have a chunk of coal that's a wheel, and then
Mhm.
you have a cart of coal on wheels, and then you have a giant guy walking around.
Mhm.
Why was he not a train engine?
Uh,
Why did you not stick with the theme?
I don't know. Why didn't they stick with the theming for fucking Geodude, which was a rock, then turned into a rock with hands, then turned into I don't know what the fuck to call it.
Like, let's just, so this is after the fact, so it probably doesn't count. But like the Alolan Geodude line sticks
Mhm.
with it because it's like, okay, they're magnetic rocks.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Like Golem is just kind of like this turns into a monster wearing rocks as armor.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I get that the Roly Coly line is supposed to be like you say the last evolution Colossus is just a guy, but I think it's supposed to just be like Cole being pushed in a
And are
in
these
a
rock
minecart.
fire types?
These are rock fire types,
Okay.
yes. Okay, so what do you think about Roly Coly?
A tier.
A tier. Okay, then we have Carkle,
B tier.
B tier, and then finally Colossus.
C tier.
C tier. But da 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 da. Okay, Applin, the best fucking
Oh, wait,
Pokemon
doesn't it have
design
a,
ever.
oh, wait, the third one is a one they added in Gen 7.
Yeah, yeah.
A tier.
A
Actually,
tier.
S tier. Why not? I
S
like
for
the idea of the dragon type being a worm and an apple.
yeah.
Same thing for its evolutions, S tier.
Hell yeah. I do love the like the what's the word? So people draw Appletoon like big enough to like rest your head on because it looks like it would be fun to like rest your head on it. But Appletoon's fucking small.
Yeah.
Okay. So Silicobra, a Pokemon that I thought was in Kalos.
So here's the thing. These also don't necessarily feel like Pokemon to me. I want to say C tier for
C
both of them.
tier. Okay. For con.
And Cramorant also doesn't seem like a Pokemon to me.
Yeah, because it's just a bird. Okay. How do you feel about Aerokunda?
So Aracunda, I can see it being a Pokemon. I would redesign it slightly to make it look, in my opinion, feel more like a Pokemon. Its evolution definitely feels like a Pokemon. I'm gonna say B tier and then S tier for the evolution.
Okay. I'm always a little confused about Aeroconda because I'm never sure where it actually is supposed to be gen wise. Aeroconda and Barascuda.
Hmm.
Because I never saw it in Sword and Shield, and I see something that I think is Barraskewda and Aeroconda in Scarlet and Violet, but it's actually a different Pokemon completely.
Yeah,
Because
because
yeah, because doesn't Scarlet and Violet also have a Barracuda-like Pokemon?
yep,
Okay, next is Toxel.
this is a baby. D tier.
D tier because you shouldn't make babies fight.
It literally has a diaper.
Toxtricity.
So this is another one. The
Wait,
two varieties of Toxtricity should have just been a single stage Pokemon.
I mean, I guess.
The baby shouldn't have existed.
Oh yeah, no, okay, no, that makes sense. Like a single toxicity, but it
It's
has
got
its
two forms. Yeah.
amped up and yeah.
So that could have been neat, where it's like, oh, there's actually two forms of this.
Yeah.
Like Gastrodon.
Yeah. Well, Gastrodon has an evolution.
Well, I know what you're saying. You see what I mean? Where two different
Yeah.
ones, they could be like different areas. So yeah, S tier. You want to put them in S tier.
Okay, next is Sizzlepede.
I think this is an A tier, and its evolution is S tier.
Yeah, I do. So, Pokemon very rarely does like centipede Pokemon because I think it's Sizzlepede and Centiskorch, and then uh, fucking was
The
the one from Unova. Was that
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
it's like Scolipede, right? Skillipede, right?
Centipede Pokemon. It's Venipede and its evolution. So you have Venipede, Whirlipede, and okay, what's the Scolipede? Yeah.
Scolipede, yeah. Yeah, that's the only centipede Pokemon that I can think of next to. Well, it's kind of weird because Centiskorch and Sizzlepede feel more like traditional like centipedes. You know what I mean? While
Yeah.
Scolipede feels more like a millipede to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to Clobblepus.
These also don't feel like Pokemon to me.
That's because they're octopi.
So C tier.
What is? Yeah, Grapple Lock. These Pokemon feel weird to be in like Galar because if these were in,
I mean, Britain's an island, so I can see, sea life. But
yeah, but like octopi. It felt like Alola would have been a better place to have octopi Pokemon.
I mean, the largest octopus in the world lives in cold northern waters.
Please don't give Britain a win. They don't need wins.
No, it doesn't live anywhere near Britain. It lives over by the Pacific.
Okay,
It's
cool.
the giant Pacific octopus.
Okay, Sinistea.
I know that you really like these, so you put them where.
I'm gonna put wait, no. Yeah, Sinistea in C tier, and then Poltergeist in B tier, which I know is kind of low, but I feel like they fumble the ball a little bit with a teapot based ghost Pokemon. Like it's supposed to be a support. Like a lot of its moves and abilities and stuff are support based, but it just doesn't feel right. You know. Okay, now it's time for the line of Pokemon
So
that will literally.
what's its type? Sinistea.
Sinistea is straight ghost.
They missed the opportunity to do like Ghost Water.
Yeah, Ghost Water for the regular Sinistea and Poltergeist, and then for the I don't remember what the fuck they're
The one
called.
they add in the
Yeah, the
next gen,
matcha ones.
they could have done either Ghost Grass because matcha or Ghost Poison.
Actually, they did do Ghost Grass for them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, they should have done Ghost Water then.
yeah. Okay, so the line of Pokemon that will literally kill you for being sad. Hatton. No, Hatenna.
And You put them where you want because I don't really like them.
You don't really. I mean, D tier for Hatsuna, B tier for Hatterem, and then for wait, hang on, for Hattateran, I'll put it in A tier. It's I actually S tier because it's a trans pride flag colors. Okay.
You support trans rights? Well, this is a trans wrong, right?
Okay, Impidimp.
Dobby.
D
D
for
for.
Dop.
Yeah, he deserves a little bit, but I'll
Yeah.
say B tier, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Is that because you're gonna tear Morgrim and Grimmsnarl to bits, apparently?
So I like Morgrim. Grimmsnarl's weird. I say Morgrim goes in B tier.
I mean, I can understand. At its core, I understand the Grimmsnarl line because they're supposed to be representative of like fae like creatures in Britain, especially the mischievous like ones. You know. I don't know
Yeah,
about Grimmsnarl though. I think somebody on the Pokemon team was horny.
sorry, I don't put him.
I like how he looks, so I want to put him in A tier. Speaking of people being horny,
Obstagoon.
Obstagoon.
This is one where. So I like it, and I get Zigzagoon turning into it, but also feels like it might have just should have been its own thing.
I get that.
Let's go A tier.
A tier, yeah. Okay, next is
Also, here's the thing of like, in my opinion, it's not that it's role in the story. It's not that it's like this weird punk rock like badger looking thing. My thing is, I would have kept it quadrupedal.
Of course you would.
Well, yeah, because the other two are quadrupedal.
But can you fuck it while it's quadrupedal? Anyway,
I was gonna
moving
say
on.
something really bad.
Moving on. Berserker.
Uh,
Okay, you know how you've been talking about like this, like Pokemon don't feel like Pokemon. This definitely does not feel like a Pokemon to me.
okay, then D tier.
Okay, it doesn't have to be dropped into D tier. I was just
Where do you
stating
want
the
to put it
fact.
then?
I don't know. A D tier because I fucking hate Meowth and it's all of its evolutions. Are you happy? Are you happy about hearing my worst kept secret?
Cursula. I think that's
Cursor.
probably an S tier.
Yeah.
Should have been Ghost Rock.
Oh yeah, it's just straight up Ghost. What the fuck?
Yeah. The far-fetched evolution, Surfetch'd, S
Hang
tier.
on. Ignore what I just did. Yeah, Sirfetch'd S tier. Mr. Rhyme.
I don't like
I
this. I
I
like
don't.
it. So I like okay.
Sorry.
The redeeming qualities for Mr. Rhyme for me, which puts him above his pre-evolution, is that he looks like the time magician from Yu-Gi-Oh.
You are so fucking right. But when you mentioned it earlier, I do think that Mr. Galaria, Mr. Mime, and Mr. Rhyme are supposed to be what's the word? Are supposed to be tap dancers. Mr. Rhyme kind of looks like Charlie Chaplin a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, so hang on. I like Mr. Rhyme more than I like. So I'm gonna look up what we ranked Mr. Mime real
Okay.
fast.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna put him one slot above it.
One slot above regular Mr. Mime.
Yeah, I was like, I keep getting the fucking Glock on my Rari thing.
I got a Glock in my Rari.
Oh yeah, she's fine.
You know, I know AI is supposed to be bad, but I do love these like Lois Griffin
So if AI is used for shitty memes, it's when it's used for literally that it's a problem. And know that sounds stupid as fuck.
No, I get it. Like, I remember back when we were all having fun with like AI making like Mario as a war criminal being charged at the Geneva Conventions.
Or
That was
Shrek
fun.
the Redeemer, yeah.
Yeah. Or but like now that like we're like we that was fun and we understood that AI wasn't necessarily art.
Yeah. It
But
was just a tool for memeing and shit.
yeah, just a tool for memeing, but like now people are like, wanting to like use it like well, we're also in a weird
Well,
territory
we
because
ranked Mr. Mime and D tier.
in D tier. Okay. I mean, do we want to put it in B tier instead of what I was thinking?
Sure.
Okay.
You were gonna say something about AI?
AI. Well, okay. So I know some. I know one furry artist who uses AI. However, the AI that he's using is trained off of his own art.
Mm.
So like it's a weird like that feels like a weird like gray ground if that makes sense because it's just an AI that's like training off of his art. So
I'm gonna say the same thing about AI that I say about basically all technological innovations. It's the same shit that happened with automation. Technology has the potential to be the greatest boon to workers, regardless of industry, regardless of what they're making. It could essentially make their lives infinitely easier. But
mm-hmm.
under capitalism, it will only be used to replace them.
Yeah. Anyway, Ruin Grigas. Okay, so I don't like Ruin Grigas. Like
Put them in D tier.
it's just it's Yamask and Kafa Grigas were such an interesting like concept for a Pokemon.
My thing with Rooney Grigas is why does it need to be the Galarian version of like Yamask Grigas? Why not make this its own ghost type?
I don't know. I don't. What is it even? So what's the picture on it even supposed to be?
I also know. I would have done it. Granted, they do it in like the next generation. But I would have done like if I'm thinking of like a ghost type for a Britain themed area, I'm going with the haunted suit of armor.
God, that would have been a good
Which,
idea.
granted, they did already do with Galar and but those are like more ancient, if that makes any sense. They feel more like a golem. Um,
Augie's.
you could have also done hieroglyphics as a ghost Pokemon. It might
Mm-hmm.
have been neat to do it in a thing where it was like they're a you do like a wishy-washy thing where each of the hieroglyphics its own living thing
Ah,
and they assemble like a
interesting.
puzzle and they move like a puzzle thing.
That would be kind of terrifying.
I'm
Uh,
reminded of a thing of it's only changes related, but one of the earliest pieces of CGI animation is the where it's like a knight looks like he's made out of stained glass and he's fighting a guy, and the stained glass kind of like moves independently from one another.
huh.
That would have been a neat concept to do as well.
Okay. Uh, Milkree.
So I don't hate this as much as other people I know do.
Uh huh.
Although I can't get over my friend who says it's come the Pokemon.
C for come.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So I personally like Alakrim as a Pokemon. Okay, like design wise, I think it's a very interesting Pokemon. Specifically, how you like evolve it
So
and all of that.
what type is Alakreamy?
Alakreamy is fairy.
Okay. I know there's like 1,000 options for Alakreamy. based
Yeah,
off of
that's
like what berries and other stuff you use, right?
yeah. So okay, so with Alacremie, basically there's held items that you can give to Milcree. Uh, and when uh, yeah, so as you can see with this one, it has strawberries in its hair. Uh, it can have like little blueberries, little like sugar things in it, all of that. But then besides that, besides being able to augment it that way, depending on which way you spin, also changes like the color of it. How long you spin, like basically like how long you turn yourself. I mean, which way you turn yourself, how long you turn yourself, determines the color of the
And
Alacremie.
all of this is just aesthetics, right?
Yes, it's all aesthetics. Like there's nothing
So
different about
I
it.
would have simplified this a lot if I would have kept the different berries, the held item thing, 'cause I think that's neat. I
Mm-hmm.
would have made it so that there's what 18 Pokemon types. I would have made it so that there's 18 because there's more than 18 berries because you list off like 1,000. There's 18 different kinds of berries,
Uh
and
huh.
depending on which berry you use when you spin it, it becomes fairy and then the other type. With the exception
Ah.
of if you don't use any if you don't use it's pure fairy.
And okay, that would have been interesting.
And I would have cut the whole thing of like if you spin backwards thing, and I would have just done just the berries.
Okay. Yeah. So there's one, two, three, four, five, six. There's seven held items that you can give to Alicrem. It's the strawberry sweet, the berry sweet, the love sweet, the star sweet, the clover sweet, and the flower sweet. And then what's the word? If you spin clockwise quickly in the day, you get vanilla cream. If you spin anti-clockwise in the day quickly, you get ruby cream. Matcha cream if you spin clockwise at night. Uh, what else? Sorry, I know I'm reading it off, and I know it's stupid. Uh, if you spin anti-clockwise for more than 5 minutes at night, you get mint cream. Uh, Lemon cream is if you spin clockwise for more than 5 seconds at night. Uh, Salted cream is when you spin anti-clockwise quickly at night. What else? Sorry, I'm looking at all of them now. Spinning anti-clockwise for over 5 minutes in the day gets you Ruby Swirl, which is a mixture of what looks like the ruby cream and the vanilla cream. Oh, Jesus, there are so many. But my favorite is the rainbow swirl, which you get for spinning over 10 seconds at dusk. And yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. So, where do you? I think B would be good.
Yeah, I was just reading through like the different kinds of berries and like um because I think it would have been neat to like it has a different type for each berry.
Uh
And
huh.
it would have been like if you want it to be fairy poison, you give it the berry that usually cures poison. Or if you want to be fairy fire, you give it the berry that cures burn.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy ice, the berry that cures freezing. Psychic, the berry that cures confusion. Uh, Maybe ghost, you do the berry that cures sleep.
Well, there's like super rare berries that I can't remember if they. Uh, well, no, that would be kind of bad.
You would have to like kind of do some jumps to be like, okay, so this berry makes it into a dragon, or
Well,
this berry makes into a bug. But like, you could
Chris, you
work.
know there's a whole line of berries that like are like what's the word? They like if the Pokemon's holding it, it makes the like if they get hit by a move of that same type, it lessens the damage.
Okay, so
I
you
don't.
could have done that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But
I do like the idea of doing like, oh, the asper. If you have it hold the asper berry uh, cures burning. It turns it into a fire type.
hey, did you know that Asper berries are based off of pears?
Did you know that the Burger King number 5 foot?
Okay, so next is Phalanx. So this is a Pokemon that I don't particularly like in game, but in the anime, I thought was kind of interesting.
I like Phalanx a lot because I also like Pokemon. They're just a bunch of little guys
Well, like
working
yeah,
together.
they're a bunch of little guys, but there's nothing that really kind of represents it, you know?
Mm.
Like you could like this could have been like a wishy-washy situation where they had like an ability that gives them what's the word? Like they have a defense bonus when they're in a line like this, but after maybe taking a certain amount of damage, they get knocked like they get like knocked into a group or something that maybe raises accuracy or something. I don't know, but
I say B tier.
B tier. Okay. Uh
Pincushion.
oh,
Connection.
Pinurchin. Okay, sorry, I thought it was Pukamuki for some reason.
Let's do A tier.
A tier. Hell yeah.
I like
Is
it.
it?
Poison electric.
Is a? Uh, yeah, sure. It's poison electric. Yeah.
What?
Uh,
Are you okay?
No, Pinurchin's only electric. I'm sorry, Kristen.
I
Don't
thought it
do
was
that.
poison electric. It's a fucking like sea urchin.
No, it's
And
just
sea urchins are
electric.
venomous.
I'm looking at Cerebi right now. Number 871, Pinurchin,
It's kind of
only electric.
bullshit.
Hang on, hang on, I'm gonna look at Pinurchin to see what its moveset is. Yeah, it's even more bullshit because it has like fucking poison jab and shit.
It should have been poison electric.
Okay, Chris, we gotta refocus. Snowmole, come on.
S tier.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Same thing with its evolution.
Uh, there we go. Frostmoth, hell yeah. Hey, did you know that so there's the curry making mechanic in Sword and Shield. If you make it, so if it's Snowmole, uh, you give it like a giant ass portion, but if you give it to Frostmoth, it's only a tiny portion. That's to represent that moth larvae need a shit ton of energy um, to to uh, crystallize and metamorphize, and then a lot of moths don't have mouse. Isn't that fucked up?
Stonejourner. This is another one where it doesn't really feel like one, but I like that it's, Stonehenge. I'm going to
Yeah,
say A tier.
A tier. What? The fact that I'm gonna say something in agreement for you. Stonejourner is only a rock type. It
Mm-hmm.
should have been Ghost Rock.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wait, hang on. Earlier you said there are no Ghost Rock types, right?
Yeah, there's no ghost rock types.
Fucking Golurk from Unova is Ghost Rock.
That is ghost ground.
No, are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
God damn it. Okay,
Which is also dumb because I think it should have been ghost steel if it was made of fucking metal.
Jesus Christ. Okay, SQ.
Although I think Golurk might be a reference to Golem, which was made out of clay. But then anyway.
How do we feel about Ice Penguin?
It's just a penguin with an ice cube on its head. I don't know where to put
Oh,
the
wait.
bird.
I forgot it was a bird. Sorry. I forgot penguins were birds. Womp womp. Indeedee.
I liked Indeedee. I think it's the straight up better Mr. Mime. I'm going to say, fuck it, S tier. Why not? I like how it has two forms.
Okay, so you say it's supposed to be the better Mr. Mime, but you realize that it's supposed to be a Chansey replacement, right?
So,
I don't know what to tell
it's a
you.
psychic type, isn't it?
Psychic normal.
Yeah, then better Mr. Mime.
Okay, Morpeko.
The angry hamster. You have a neat design. You have a neat gimmick where you like change into your pissed off Karen mode. You kind of suck though. C tier.
Qfant.
So here's my thing with Qfant and Kaparaja. I like them. I would have changed their design to be more, I don't know, less boxy, if that makes any sense.
No, I get what you mean because like.
I would have made them. So I really like the Indian inspired like colors.
Mhm.
I would have made them look sort of like a bronze statue of an elephant,
Okay.
and you can keep the green and like the cool color scheme.
It's also kind of interesting because in what's the word? It mentions that Qfant and Kaparaja are technically not native are not native to the Galar region. They were brought over from a different region and they just kind of multiplied in the Galar region.
So I'm gonna say, despite all that, I still say S. With them. We don't have
That's
hardly
with both
anyone
of
in
them.
S tier. Yeah. I like how they're steel type because they're metal elephants. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're both straight up steel. I thought they were ground steel for some reason.
I could see that. I could also see. I'm trying to think. Like elephants really start. I was gonna say steel. We also already have a bunch of steel psychic.
Hmm. Okay, now to the fucked up four.
These go in D tier.
Wow, really?
Yes, I get what their reference to. I get their reference to paleontology and its early being kind of bonkers and like fucking up shit all the time. They are living in pain constantly. D tier for
Yeah,
all
yeah.
four.
Okay, so Dracozolt,
Like
uh,
Dracozolt has the best options of them all.
Arctozolt, uh,
This one
Braco.
can't even breathe.
Yeah, no, no. So Ash uses a Dracovish, and it is in constant pain.
Yep.
Okay, so this one was the one that I was okay. So for the longest time, I thought Arctovish was the one in the least amount of pain because I like look at it and it's like, well, it's a fish. It's a fish with its face like on the front, right? Like it's fine. But then I actually got one in game and it's like, oh,
It's upside
oh no,
down.
that's not its face. Its face is facing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next is
This is another one that doesn't really feel like a Pokemon.
Duraludon.
C tier.
Womp womp.
Kind of looks like an enemy in like a sci-fi game.
Okay. Now we have Eepy, Sleepy, and Beepy. I mean, sorry, Dreepy.
All S tier.
Hey.
I do like
You
how
know
they're
what?
based off of Diplocaulus.
And fighter jets.
But also the thing of it's a Pokemon with a bunch of little guys. And also it shoots babyish.
Yeah. Did we bitch about how the champion of Galar should have had one of these as its fucking aces instead of
We have
being
not
called
in
fuck?
this video, but in previous videos we have.
Yeah.
Stop putting Charizard.
Yeah. Leon was it? Wait, what was his name? Fuck.
I want to say Leon. Yeah.
Was it Leon or was Leon our friend?
I want to say the champion is Leon. I'll Google it right now.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I'll believe you.
Leon
Okay.
is the
Okay.
champion of Galar.
Uh, it upsets me to no end that Dragapult like missed out on having a fucking Gigantamax form because they needed to stuff Charizard into the fucking game again.
And it's the dogs.
Yeah, Zaxxon?
D for dog.
D for dog? Okay, for both of them?
Sure.
Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So, Zach, Ian, this one, the sword one, is Fairy Steel, while Zamazenta is Fighting Steel.
Hmm.
Uh, Next is Eternatus.
It's the skeletal dragon. Is it dragon type?
Yep, Poison Dragon.
Yeah. Let's go. That's I want to put S tier, but A tier.
A2. Okay, gotcha. We don't have a lot of Poison Dragon
It
types
has a
either.
very weird Gigantamax form that I don't like. Uh,
Okay, next.
it's this. I say they all go in B tier.
B tier? Yeah.
All the slow boat. The slow bro, slow boys,
Slow boys.
short bus people,
Galarian Slowking's a little weird though.
overlord.
Uh,
So Regieleki S tier.
Regieleki S tier. Okay. What about
Regidraco is a C tier for me.
Ooh, interesting opinion. How come?
So in my opinion, this is gonna sound really dumb.
Uh-huh.
I like the idea of Reggie having more forms, like there being more Reggies. To me, they should be like more elemental in nature. And Reggie Draco, like one is cool to be like just a dragon, but like you could have done so much more with a Reggie that's a dragon.
No, I get it. I get it. Like,
Plus, there are way more types that I would have made a Reggie before I made Dragon Reggie.
maybe
I
instead
would
of
have done grass. I would have done uh I would have done ground. I would have done water. I would have done
yeah, honestly, ground would have probably made more sense for the what's the word? For where like which game it's in. No, sorry, the DLC it's in because Reggie Electric and Reggie Draco are in the Crown Tundra DLC, and it's really fucking cold up there. But Reggie Ice already exists.
yeah.
Anyway. Oh fuck me! I forgot a Pokemon.
What?
Zarud, the fucking dark grass Pokemon, the one that looks like a monkey.
No. Okay.
Yeah, okay, it's okay.
That will be
Uh,
B tier.
B tier, okay, B tier for grass monkey. Okay, next is Galarian Articuno.
I like it. I'm gonna say let's go with. I don't like it as much as regular. I want to say A tier.
A tier. Okay, well,
Galarian Zapdos has the distinction of probably being. I like it more than regular Zapdos, so I want to say S tier.
okay.
And then Galarian Moltres. It's kind of weirdly cartoony, but I also like to say
Sorry, you cut out for a second. What was it?
I like it's kind of weirdly cartoony, but I like it A tier.
Okay. Yeah, so how do I put this nicely? At the end, obviously, like, take what they say about legendary Pokemon and there being only, like, one of each legendary Pokemon with a grain of salt. Because, there's apparently one of each legendary Pokemon in each fucking, what's the word? Uh,
Game.
in each game, in each location. Uh, But the fact that Galar has Galarian versions of Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno is very funny to me for some reason. Okay, Calyrex.
D tier.
D tier. Yeah, this is a... Like, what the fuck are you supposed to be? Are you supposed to be a deer? Like...
And then his horses can each go like okay. So we both agree that the ice one's worse than.
Yeah. Glastria is not as good as Spectria.
So I say Spectria is probably an A,
Okay. And
and
then...
then you're like a C.
Okay. Now we have
The Bears.
Urashif.
B for Bears.
B for Burrs. Don't ask me why I did this. Did it like this? Cub Fu.
B for Bear.
Damn. Okay, so that's it for the Galar Pokemon. Now it's time for the Hisuian Pokemon.
Wait, why are there two Slowbros?
Because I accidentally added it twice.
Okay.
And I can't delete it. So it's acting as like a little stopgap. Hisuian Typhlosion. How do we feel about this sleepy guy?
I like it. I want to say S tier.
Hell yeah. Okay. Hisuian Samurat.
I'm gonna say even though I use you the most, I want to say A.
That's
I will give
fair.
you this: you're better than regular Samurai.
Yeah, I can get that.
And I don't like you as much. I want to say B tier.
I don't understand Hisuian Decidui
Yeah.
because what do I like with the okay so with Hisuian Typhlosion and Hisuian Samurott, I can understand Quilava evolving into this and Duwat evolving into that, but whatever the Aaron Hansen owl, how did it go from that to that?
Aaron Hansen.
Look at the second evolution of Rowlet and tell me otherwise that you do not think it looks like Aaron Hansen.
Aaron Hansen. Okay, let me look it up.
Specifically back in early Game Grump era when he had that emo swoop.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can see it. See, I think it would have worked better had there been Hisuian versions start well.
Or at least Hisuian versions of their mid
Evolution.
evolutions.
Yeah.
Because that's where Hisuian Sliggoo and Hisuian Gudra can kind of get away with it. Okay, so Hisuian Growler.
I like him. I know my friends don't like him because he's objectively worse in battle, weak to multiple things. I want to say A tier, and the same with Arcanine, A tier.
Same with Arcanine. Yeah.
Also, spoilers for Legends Arceus. When I saw that there was a thing where it's so you get the Growlithe because it's its buddy died, right?
Oh
And
shit.
so now
Yeah.
it has to step up as the protector. Okay,
No, didn't its mom die or something?
the previous totem one died, and then this one had to be its replacement. Okay, when I heard there was because it's vague at first when you don't necessarily see that it's the Growlithe that's going to be the replacement. Um, when I heard that, the legend, the legendary guardian, the totem Pokemon died, I thought it was gonna be Barraskewda.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you thought
Yeah,
it
it
would
was
come
not
back.
Basculegion is what it's called. I thought it was Basculin. It died and then became Basculegion and will come back. And that was going to be how Basculegion is, because Basculegion is a ghost type. But that wasn't what happened.
Yeah, that honestly would have been cool as hell to do, but also isn't Basculegion your ride Pokemon?
Yeah, it would have been weird.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
oh yeah. Well, okay. It's a little so. Hey, I'm trying to think. So, Werdeer is a ride Pokemon, but you end up fighting a Cleavor, correct?
yes,
But they're both Guardian Pokemon, aren't they?
maybe.
I don't remember a whole lot of Arceus. I should probably sit down and play it again.
So Voltorb and Electrode, I really like these. I like these almost better than their originals. I want to say S tier for both of them.
Okay.
And I also end up using them a lot in Pokemon Go because there's a thing where there's a league you have to use electric type Pokemon, and pulling them out and having electric grass is actually really useful.
I can see that.
Quillfish and Overquill. Let's go A tier for both of them.
Okay, A tier for both. Well, cool. Over. No, I'm kidding. He's right here. Sneasel and Sneasler.
S tier.
S tier. Why do they make Sneasel tall? I mean, Sneasler tall compared to Weevil. Yeah. Thick thighs Lilligant.
I don't know. Let's say A tier.
Hisuian, Zoroa, and Zoroark.
Okay, we gotta play into your teenage
Oh,
dream.
shut the
S tier
fuck
for
up.
both of them.
Eat my whole asshole. I'm kidding.
Teenage scare. That's the Eagles. Oh, you forgot it's pre-evolution.
Oh, fuck, I forgot what. Was it different?
I want to say it is. What's that, Braviary?
Yeah, that's Braviary.
So it's pre-evolution is Rufflet.
Yeah, I didn't know the Braviary, there was a Hisuian form of Rufflet. Yeah.
Or maybe not. Oh, there was that. Just turned straight into Braviary. I thought there was a Hisuian Rufflet that was like purple.
I
So
thought so.
so yeah, just Braviary. Let's just go with A for Braviary. A for Braviary.
It's a bird.
Oh yeah. Then we have the snails. S tier.
That's two for both.
Yep.
Damn, where's Gudra going with that dump truck at?
I like how the Avalog one. I like how it's fucking giant. Let's go with A tier.
Yeah, Avalog was fun. Also, I thought you were gonna make fun of me for being like, damn, Gudra has a fat ass.
So for
Weird.
it's a weirder Basculegion and S tier in my opinion.
All the S tier. Well, okay, so Weirder S tier, Basculegion. Yeah, Basculegion's a pretty interesting Pokemon.
It is kind of bullshit how you have to acquire it in game, but yeah.
Oh, you mean how you have to do
You have
how
to
much?
so much damage to yourself, yeah.
You don't have to do that at all in one fight, right?
Uh,
It's accumulated, right?
how to get Basculegion?
Because I know you have to take damage from doing recoil damage to yourself, and you can't die from it.
So it needs to survive 294 of Basculegion.
Yeah, but is that 249 in one fight, or?
I'm looking it up.
Okay. As you're looking it up, what do you think of? I forget what it is. Lovedra?
1 second. I'm reading all of it.
That's all good. I'm looking up. I can't remember the name of this guy, so I'm having to find him through Tornadoes.
Does not have to be applied all in the same fight.
Oh, thank God.
But if it faints at any point in any of the battles, all of its previous damage it's done is reset.
I would kill someone. Okay, so now moving on to Enamorus.
Enema. B tier.
Really?
Yeah, I don't necessarily like it.
I mean, okay, I won't argue with you a whole lot, but B tier, how do I put this? This feels I know that legendary types are not supposed to be gendered, but it feels like Nintendo / Game Freak looked at the what's the word?
I mean, the other ones are also fairly heavily for not being gendered.
Yeah, I would like to think that this is just a set Enormous is a sassy twink.
Its evolution is.
Oh, this is It's
not
not
a
its
bird.
evolution. It's its
Alternate
Therian
form,
form.
D tier.
Yeah, D tier. Damn. You don't like turtles?
Both of the horses are D tier.
Fuck. Oh, I completely forgot Ursa Luna.
Luna is S tier.
Hell yeah. Not B for I'm kidding. And then Galarian Slowbro I added twice because I'm a fucking idiot. Okay,
And this is
so
our tier list.
yeah, and if you go against what we say, you're fucking stupid. I'm kidding, no. Galarian, Ponyta, Rapidash, Weezing, Corsola, Zigzagoon, Liloon, Rillaboom, Sobble, Wooloo, Dreadnought, Applin, Flapple. Uh, Chris, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be able to read off half of these because I've already forgotten the names.
This is our tier list. Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
this is our tier list. Good boy, everyone.
Woodaloo.